Okay, today we're going to read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and that was by Clement Moore. Ready? "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse." Look all the way down here, and you can see a mouse hanging out right on one of the steps. I don't think I'd like to see that. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Can you count the stockings? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stockings. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. They were sleeping pretty soundly. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. And look at him, he's jumping out of bed. Look at that funny hat and those socks. So it must have been some sort of noise to get him up. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Can you see them? They're right here, right by the moon. And if you look down here, you can see some foxes too. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted, he called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. Notice there's no Rudolph in this story. Not yet. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. And you can see here comes Saint Nick, and he's coming down and he's going up because he's got to go to the top of the roof. And there's the man looking out the window, and he can't believe what he's seeing. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. Going all the way up. And here he is hanging out the window. And he is just surprised. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew my head in and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. There's St. Nick, right there. He's in the house, and he's brought all the presents. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot. His clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. I guess the fireplace was pretty dirty. It's a good thing they didn't have a fire going. A bundle of toys he flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler, just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, and his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin, was as white as the snow. And you can see he's putting toys in the stockings. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. Now, Santa Claus doesn't smoke anymore because that's not good for you. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. He didn't mean to laugh because that meant Santa would know he was there. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. So Santa knew he was there, but it was okay. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and he filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. So they were all getting ready to take off and go to the next house. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." The end.